Please video like and subscribe this channel. I had repaired starships in some of the worst places the galaxy had to offer: pirate docks drifting through radiation storms, frontier stations held together by prayer and rust, even battlefield hulks still warm from plasma fire. But nothing in my 20 years as a deep space mechanic prepared me for the day I was summoned to the throne vessel of Zalthera, flagship of the Varelian Dominion. The message had been brief and unsettling. Urgent repair required. Human technician only. Royal authorization attached. Royal authorization meant two things: impossible payment or impossible danger. Usually both. Still, I accepted. Humans like me didn't get invited into alien empires every day, and we certainly didn't refuse when queens called. Beginning, the job that shouldn't exist. The throne vessel dwarfed every ship I had ever seen. It wasn't just large, it was architectural, grown rather than built, its hull layered like obsidian petals folded around a blazing core. The docking bay swallowed my shuttle whole, sealing behind me with a sound like a held breath. I was met by silent guards, tall, iridescent beings with elongated skulls and armor that pulsed faintly with biolight. Varelians didn't speak unless necessary. They watched. I was escorted to the engine sanctum, a sacred space where no foreign hands were ever allowed. The fact that I was there at all meant something had gone terribly wrong. The problem revealed itself quickly. The ship's quantum heart, the organ-like engine that allowed faster-than-light transit, was destabilizing. Varelian technology was organic hybrid, self-aware in ways even their scientists struggled to control. Something had corrupted the synchronization between machine and mind. Something human-made. A fragment of Terran tech had been fused into the system, black market, experimental, outlawed across 12 sectors. Sabotage. As I worked, I felt it before I saw her. The air shifted. Pressure changed. Every guard stiffened. I turned, and the alien queen stood there. Queen Zalthera was taller than the guards, her presence bending the room around her. Her form shimmered between solidity and light, her eyes faceted like star-cut crystal. She wore no crown. She didn't need one. She watched me silently as I repaired the heart of her ship. Most rulers spoke. She didn't. And that silence was far more dangerous. Middle, the Queen's interest. It took 6 hours to stabilize the quantum heart. 6 hours under the unblinking gaze of an alien monarch whose thoughts I could not read. When I finished, the ship sang. A deep harmonic vibration resonated through the hull, relief, maybe gratitude. I stepped back, exhausted. It will hold, I said. But someone wanted this ship stranded. Whoever implanted the Terran tech knew exactly where to strike. The Queen approached. Up close, her presence was overwhelming, not physically threatening, but conceptually. As if my mind was struggling to process her existence. "You are efficient," she said at last. Her voice echoed softly, layered with harmonics. "Human. Thank you, Your Majesty. You have repaired what my own engineers could not. I've spent my life fixing things people say can't be fixed." Her gaze lingered on me, not assessing, not curious. Claiming. That was when I knew something was wrong. "You will remain aboard," she said. I blinked. "I'm afraid that wasn't part of the contract." "There is no contract," she replied calmly. "Only outcome." The guards shifted, not threatening, just final. I protested. I cited galactic law, neutral labor rights, diplomatic boundaries. The Queen listened patiently. Then she spoke a single word. Claimed. The ship reacted instantly. The engine's song deepened. Lights flared. Ancient systems awakened. A Varelian priest entered the chamber, bowing deeply. "The throne vessel has accepted the bond." My blood went cold. "What bond?" I demanded. The priest looked at me with something like pity. The ship has recognized you as chosen asset under royal claim. By ancient law, you may not leave. I turned to the queen. You can't just take people. She tilted her head. I can. And I have. Middle, understanding the claim. Over the next days, I learned the truth. The Varelian throne vessel was not merely a ship. It was a sentient sovereign construct, bonded to the Queen's lineage. It could sense compatibility, minds capable of interfacing with its quantum heart. Humans, apparently, were rare matches. Dangerously rare. The ship had chosen me the moment I stabilized it. And by Varelian law, a chosen human became property of the crown not as a slave, but as something far worse. A living key. I was given quarters, luxurious, isolated. No chains. No guards. No freedom. The Queen visited me often. She asked about Earth. About human wars. About why we built machines that destroyed as easily as they saved. You are violent, she said once. Yet you create. We survive, I replied. Sometimes that means breaking things. Her gaze softened. You repaired my heart. Something shifted between us then, not romance, not trust. Recognition. I realized the truth too late. She hadn't claimed me for power alone. She was lonely. Immortal queens tend to be middle, the choice. The sabotage had consequences. Enemy fleets detected the throne vessel's reactivation. An alliance of rival empires moved to strike while the Queen's ship was vulnerable. War was coming. The Varelian Council urged retreat. The ship was stable, but not fully bonded. It needed a permanent human interface to operate at full capacity. Me. The Queen came to me before the battle. If you remain, she said, the throne vessel will awaken completely. We will survive. And if I refuse? She hesitated. Then I will die, she said simply. And my empire with me. I laughed bitterly. So that's it. Fix the ship, save the Queen, doom myself. You would not be doomed, she said. You would be eternal. I looked at the stars outside my chamber window, my home galaxy, impossibly far away. Do I get a choice? I asked. She met my eyes. Yes, she said. That is why I came myself. I understood then. This wasn't about power. This was about consent. Ending the bond. I stood in the heart chamber as enemy fleets emerged from hyperspace. The throne vessel trembled, half awake, hungry for connection. The Queen approached me, not commanding, not claiming. Waiting. I placed my hand on the quantum heart. Pain flooded me, memories, stars, ancient wars, lost queens. The ship opened itself to me, and I to it. The bond locked. The throne vessel roared to life. We moved faster than thought. Shields flared. Weapons sang. Enemy fleets shattered against impossible trajectories. I felt every maneuver, every strike, not as commands, but as instinct. We won. When the last enemy ship fled, the silence that followed was reverent. I collapsed. When I woke, the Queen sat beside me, not on a throne, but on the floor. You are free to go, she said quietly. I stared at her. After all that? The bond is complete, she said. But it does not enslave. If you leave, the ship will sleep again. And you? She looked away. I will endure. I stood slowly, my body humming with starlight. I could leave. Earth. Humanity. A normal life. Or stay, bound to an immortal queen, guardian of a living ship, part of something far larger than myself. I thought of the moment I fixed the Starship. How it had sung. I smiled faintly. I fixed a ship, I said. Didn't expect it to fix me back. The Queen looked up. I held out my hand. I'll stay, I said. But not because you claimed me. Why then? She asked softly. Because I choose you. For the first time since I met her, the alien queen smiled. And among the stars, the throne vessel sang again, whole at last.